Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How you doing? Porky here. You know, don't you? You know, the biggest gob in sport. We say the things on here at Porky's Corner that nobody dare say. Nobody on YouTube, maybe 2% of them who cover boxing, will talk like me, Ultra Tech, and Boys on Boxing Asylum, Terry Chappendama with the Beautiful Boxing Podcast. That's fantastic, that podcast. New Age lads, Martin and Andy. Who else is there? G-Man Boxing. That's about it, really. I don't see anybody doing what we're doing. Nobody. Maybe Adam Cattrall and Nick Pete, but they can't do what we do because they've got to stay a little bit corporate. But they're good boxing people. So who is there doing what we're doing? Nobody. So let's have you subscribing and press that notification button because we've got a few corkers coming up in the next few days. Pop, pop, bang! Now, Krusher Ben. What's going on with Crush? The Crushinator. Now, has anybody seen the Daily Mail story today? 27 minutes past 12. Exclusive. Formal appeal is lodged against the ruling that cleared Krusher Ben to return to the ring after 2 positive drug tests. Ooh, both UK Anti-Doping and the British Boxing Board of Control have appealed. Krusher has denied any wrongdoing, but had faced a 2-year ban from the sport. Mail Sport understands that the appeal process could take up to middle of October. That'll take him to 18 months out the ring. Ooh, Crush. 18 months. Hey, maybe if he had some better people around him advising him, he might be in a better place now. Hey, got all them leeches around him, hasn't he? Doing interview after interview after interview. Tony Bellew, Tony, talking pony. Hey? Eddie Hills. Look how many interviews Eddie Hills has done on this. He's been at it over a year. Hey? It's 2 o'clock and he's churned out 11 today already. Pop, pop, bang. Firing back on all his mates' platforms. But he won't go on a proper platform, will he? And answer some real boxing questions, will he? He wouldn't let me and Julian McGowan put him to the sword on Porky's Corner, no matter how many billboards I put up. No, you're not going to get that with these people. He's me pal, he's me pal. Coogan's me close pal. Going on IFL every time he's got an issue. Our IFL neutral now in the sport of boxing. How on earth, right, can they be classed as boxing journalists now? A lot of people won't remember this, but about 7 years ago, I did an interview with Bayloric TV. It was my first ever YouTube interview. And Dennis said to me, "You're not ready to do out like that yet." I said, "I'm going to have a go." Anyway, I did it. And Coogan Cassius and James Elder, they were threatening Bayloric TV with legal action. So they got in touch with Dennis Hobson, and Dennis said, "Leave it with me." He phoned James Helder and said, "Listen, you want to get setting about Bayloric TV over Russell's interview with Ingram Jones, and I'll let my lawyers loose. So roll the dice and don't fire bullets for other people," meaning Eddie Hills. Isn't that right, Eddie Hills? October 2016. Pop, pop, bang! In that interview, I said that James and Coogan were more or less matchroom PR guys. Well, they are, aren't they? Well, they were. James has gone, but Coogan is and always has been. Look what he's done to Dylan White. Stabbed him in back. Dylan's blocked him. Dylan White. He's going to do what Eddie Hills says. That IFL Live thing, what Eddie Hills' idea. They got a freebie, didn't they? They got a freebie. Right? At the that big arena. Couldn't even fill it, but listen, we know what's gone on. Let me just read this to you from this is from Raif Al Samara. I probably read that wrong, but who cares? A formal appeal has been lodged against the ruling last month that cleared the way for Krusher Ben to return to the ring following two positive drug tests. Multiple sources, is that Daddy's source or HB source? I'm a tutti frutti man myself. Multiple sources have told Mail Sport that both UK anti-doping, that's UCAD, and the British Boxing Board of Control, that's headed by Roberto Smith, the man who's been there 15 and a half years. Yeah, we know what he's all about, don't we? Have triggered their right to contest the decision of the independent National Anti-Doping Panel. Krusher Ben had been facing a potential 2-year ban from the sport, but seemingly scored a key victory in July when NADP found in his favour. While the grounds of that decision have not been made public, Mail Sport understands that the NADP hearing did not include an examination of the science behind how clomiphene was twice found in the fighter's system in 2022. Ben's team have argued amid the confusion the ruling was not jurisdictional, but that is at odds with sources who claim it focused heavily on UCAD's inability to rule on samples collected by the Voluntary Anti-Doping Association. As a consequence of the ruling, UCAD announced last month they were lifting Ben's temporary suspension. Now that they have appealed it, it is unclear whether Ben will proceed with plans to fight prior to a definitive outcome. Mail Sport understands the appeal process could take around 2 months. Ooh. In the meantime, Krusher could theoretically fight as he has been licensed in the US and might opt to test the Boxing Board of Control's stance with an application to box in the UK with international paperwork. Yeah, like that'll go down like a lead balloon. That will not happen. I've already heard that one back anyway, but that'll never happen, that. So that's where we're at then, eh? With the Crushinator story. What a mess! What a mess! What a mess! Well, it doesn't help Crusher, does it? The fact that he's got a promoter there who spins stories left, right, and centre. Today, I've watched 9 interviews of his, and every single one of them is mentioning this. 5 of them, he goes off and mentions different things. It's very misleading what he's saying. They're like confusing the public with everything, facts and figures and jurisdiction and he said, she said, and time differences. And Conor Benn's innocent and he's done everything expected of him, blah, blah, blah. They're just muddying the waters. It's desperado stakes now. But what I want to know is where's Dr. Usman? And why don't Crusher cut a deal and put him in or give him the gear? Because it's the only way they're going to get this is going to get resolved now. The people at the board now, right, are just running about saying, listen, it's gone on too long, the sport's in a mess. And now we've got this Boom Gardner failing a test and Dillian White, all matchroom fighters, and it's not Dillian White's first rodeo, is it? Hey, what is it? His 4th? 3rd in boxing? Crusher's got 2 against him. And Boom Gardner's a 9-stone woman that bench presses 100 kilo. It's on YouTube if you go look. Pop, pop, bang. What is going on? Freaks. There's pictures of Conor Benn with black eyes on YouTube getting bashed in off a guy that's a move-around fight. That piano, all of a sudden he's got this bull neck on him and he's icing people. I'm not having it. Nobody's having it. If they let him fight in UK and they won't, if they do, what does it mean anymore? What does it mean? It means people can just go dope and then just go get a USA license if they've got enough money. It's wrong, right? And let's see what the board are all about now. Roberto, you've got a 1 out of 10 for your 15 year at the helm of the Titanic. That's you. You're the Titanic man. I think he was called Smith as well, wasn't he? With white beard. Pop, pop, bang. All right. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Am I going too heavy on the Crushinator? Hey? Does the Crushinator deserve to fight in the UK on a USA license? You could not make this up. Eh? Unbelievable. Listen, once you tell a lie, you've got to tell another, haven't you? Or you've got to shut it down. Eh? None of these can lie straight in bed. None of them. Earns, warrants, furies. Pop, pop, bang! Eh? Peace out.